time. You don't necessarily say it like you believe it. You don't say it like you mean it. Like when you say it, your brain ain't acting like you can already see yourself achieving it. And so just remind yourself, I either drift or I drive, and I was created to be a driver. Yeah, it's a lot. You don't need to type it. Just say it. I either drift or I drive, and I was created to do what? To be a driver. Oh yeah, come on. Come on, yeah. You're the driver of your life. And if you didn't know that, then guess what that means? That means that you've been drifting. That means that you ain't been focused. That means that you ain't been controlling yourself. That means that you're supposed to control what you can control, but you ain't controlling nothing. No, just a driver and a drifter, and I was created to do what? Yeah, to drive, to drive, to drive, to drive, to drive. Now watch this one. Now watch this one, because this one is about being present. This one is about this opportunity right here in front of you. This one is about today, December 8th, Monday, December 8th. Come on, just say this one with me. Every day I wake up, I have an opportunity to make my dreams become a reality. Oh, come on, Raj, Justin. Come on, Ed, Nick, my fellas. Come on, every day I wake up, I have an opportunity to make my dream become a reality. Yeah, I'm not just dreaming and talking about stuff that sounds good. If I say it, I have 100% faith I can make it happen. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Every day I wake up, well, is your lungs working? Is your heart working? Is your brain working? Okay, we got the organs checked. Okay, are you here with us or you sleep? Are you unfocused? Are you dozing off? Okay, if you're here, I'm just asking, do you not see it? Can you not perceive it? You got about 18 hours left in this day. That's enough time to make your dreams become a reality. And if you run out of time today, you go to sleep, and if God wakes you up tomorrow, guess what you got? Another opportunity. Stop wasting the opportunity and start recognizing it. Yeah, every day I wake up, there's another opportunity to make my dreams become a reality. Yeah, but then the last one, I know we learned it yesterday, so we've only got to chill with it for a couple of minutes, but that Bible verse. Yeah, today's just another day for our spiritual anchor. And so go ahead and drop that Bible verse for me if you were here yesterday. Yeah, I know sleepy Saturday and Sunday is a heck of a thing. I know sleepy Sunday takes us over, but we do know that if we can just wake up, sleepy Sunday turns into separation Sunday. We do know, come on, and I know that you can do it. How do I know? Because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, when somebody tells you got to be at a certain place at a certain time, you can show up. But Saturday, Sunday, when you tell yourself you can't, come on, stop doing that to yourself. Stop doing that to yourself. You're the driver of your life. Come on. Yep. And so I see us with the Bible verse. Yeah, it's found in Daniel. And if you remember, we learned the similarities between resolve and determination. And so we see in Daniel chapter 1, verse 8, but Daniel resolved. Come on, somebody just type resolved. Daniel resolved not to defile himself with the royal food and wine. And he asked the chief official for permission not to defile himself this way. Yeah, come on, I need that resolve like Daniel. Yeah, you can change my environment. You can change who I'm around. You can change what you give me. But you can't change my faithfulness to my God. Yeah, that resolve like Daniel. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, it doesn't matter where I was born at. It doesn't matter where I moved to. When I talk about my goals, I know the focus that it takes because I have the resolve like Daniel. Hallelujah. And so watch this, guys, as I make this transition. Yeah, as I make this transition, I want us to focus today on goals. Yeah, do me a favor, just type that G word, goals. I want us to focus today on goals. I know some of us were expecting that I jumped into this topic when we began December, but the truth was it was important for us to discuss other things before we got to our goals. Yeah, because if I could remind you, that's why we're all here. Personal development is about setting goals and becoming the type of person that achieves them. Because if you have a goal and your goal doesn't stretch you, it doesn't change you, it doesn't make you become new, then is it really a goal or is it just a talking point? And this is why when we look back, we see it's harder for some of us to achieve goals. Some of us have been working on the same goal since January. But the reality is when we talk about goals, it's about identity. And so you usually, if the goal is worth chasing, come on, write this down. If the goal is worth chasing, usually you need to become someone new in order to achieve it. Yeah, and I'm not saying you got to give up who you are, but I am saying you might have to do it a different way. Yeah, you can still be big bad Jew. But if big bad Jew ain't accomplishing the goal, you're gonna have to study a different way. You're gonna have to learn a different way. You're gonna have to chase it a different way. Why? Because insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. And so here's the truth. Come on, why do goals matter? Yeah, I know some of us in this community finally understood why goals matter. People outside of this community still don't know. And then we have some people in this community that's like, goals, what? So what? But goals matter because hope is not a strategy. Yeah, most people can look at their life and either they're happy or they're not happy with it. And the people that aren't happy with it hope that it gets better. Rush and pray that it gets better. But this is what I've learned. People don't fail because they lack talent. People fail not because they lack opportunity, but most people fail because they don't have a clear, written, measurable direction. A goal gives you determination. Yeah, it helps you have a target. A goal gives you resolve, teeth. A goal helps you a little bit. Think about it like this. How many of you would get into a car with nowhere to go but start driving? Waking up day after day with no goals is exactly like that. And so we know that goals gives us clarity, it gives us motivation, and it gives us a measuring stick. But there's two different types of goals that I want to bring to our attention today. Yeah, we have short-term goals and long-term goals. Yeah, go ahead and write that down for me. Short-term goals and long-term goals. And so what we've learned is short-term goals help create momentum. Momentum creates confidence, and confidence builds consistency. And so as I relate this right to you right now, I have to ask you, when you look at your goals, have your goals created any momentum or any confidence in your life? Because I know we're headed into 2026. And so this is how it works. If you've been chasing a goal for the past few weeks or the past few months and you haven't accomplished it, but you're still saying that goal, you're heading into 2026 defeated. You're heading into 2026 not believing. And you can't accomplish your goal if you're not confident that you will accomplish it. Oh, come on. And so watch this. Short-term goals, short-term goals. Let me ask you guys, what can I commit to right now that moves the needle? The short-term goals are 30 to 90-day goals. And so what we're doing is we're preparing, right? And so when you look at your short-term goal, what I want you to think about is quarter one, January, February, March. What are some things that you can commit to that will move the needle? Here goes an example. Yeah, I'll lose 5 pounds in 30 days. Yeah, I'll finish 3 chapters of a book. Yeah, I'll save $500. Yeah, I'll walk 10,000 steps daily for 45 days. Yeah, this is what it looks like. But then this is what really gets me excited, because the opposite of short-term goals is what? Long-term goals. And these are the goals that provide direction. They're about who you want to become. And so examples of long-term goals are financial independence, building a business, career advancement, health transformation, deep fulfilling relationships. So what happens is together, short and long-term goals give you both the map and the movement. And so what I want to do is I want to spend some time today creating these goals. I want to create these goals, and not just goals that sound good, but goals that stick. Yeah, because if I was honest with you guys, write this down. Not all goals are created equal. you didn't know that. Not all goals are created equal. Yeah, in fact, most people make goals that are too vague, that are too big, or too based on fantasy. Watch this last one. Or what somebody told them they should do. But not us. Right? We're going to create goals that are smart goals. Yeah, come on, we'll get to the smarter. Yeah, I know my high achievers are like, what about the smart? Yeah, we'll get there. We gotta start with the basics. We gotta go back. And so why is this? Because today I want to add something better, something that our theme calls for. And so it is smart goals, but there's no E. I'm just going to put smart and then add an R, like we're spelling it like we don't really know how to spell. But that R at the end isn't for reevaluate, it's for resolve. So when we make SMART goals, let me just do a quick review. Does anybody remember what the S stands for? The M, the A, the R, the T. If you remember, just drop it for us, because somebody's on this call. It's like, what does he mean by SMART goals? I make dumb goals? It's an acronym. So when we make goals, we got to make sure that they're SMART goals. We don't say things like, I'm going to try to lose weight. We don't say things like, I'm thinking about saving more money. We don't say things like, I'm going to get better. No, we got to make it specific. We got to make sure that we can measure it, that it's achievable, relevant, and it has a time on it. And when our goals have those 5 components, guess what? They help us become unstoppable. And so watch this, because the resolve test is simple. Yeah, I'll say it again. The resolve test is simple. When we add the little R for resolve, the resolve test is simple. And I have to ask you guys this. Well, before I ask you guys this, let me go back. I'm just looking for a yes or no from you in the chat. Do you know what your long-term goal is for 2026? Yeah, come on, that's where we're headed. We're headed into 2026. And so long-term is for the year, right? 12 months. During this year, long-term goals are 1 to 5 years. Right. And so my long-term goal for 2026, by the end of 2026, I will be in position to do what? I will be able to do what? I will say that I accomplished what? The long-term goal, the whole 2026. And so be careful, because what some people do is they know that I can accomplish this goal in a month. But I know that I'm about to graduate in February, but my 2026 goal is going to be to graduate college. You know you're about to graduate in February. All right, I'm not talking about it, but that was an example. So watch this. Watch this. The second part of this. Do you know what your short-term goal is, your quarter one goal? Yeah, remember, short-term is 30 to 90 days. Do you know, if you know what your long-term goal is, great. Do you know what your short-term goal is? Yeah, come on, I'm just looking for you in the chat. You remember, this is why we're here. Goals and action steps and breaking that thing down. This is why we're here. During the year, my goal is to accomplish this. So that means each quarter I need to do this, which means by the month I need to do, this is how this thing works. And so what we begin to see is this isn't magic, it's alignment. Yeah. What we begin to see is it's not wishing or hoping, it's impactful purpose. And so watch this, guys, because the last part of this, the resolve, the resolve. My question for you is simple. Even if you don't know what your goal is, what you're trying to accomplish, are you willing to become the person required to hit the goal? Oh, come on. Yeah. I know. Think about it before you answer. Don't just jump off the deep end. Think about it. Are you willing to become the person that is required to reach the goal? And so that person might be somebody that can't eat out no more because you got to reach the goal. That person might be somebody that can't just frivolously spend no more because you got to reach the goal. That person might be somebody that got to stop drinking and stop smoking because you got to reach the goal. The person might be somebody that got to stay up early or wake up early and stay up late because you got to reach the goal. Are you willing to become the person required to hit the goal? Because I know mentally we'll say, yeah. And then God's like, okay, this is what's required. And you're like, ooh, you want me to stop talking to who? Yeah, I'm just asking. Because the reality is, if the answer is no, it's not really your goal. But if it's yes, your life's about to change. And so again, I just got to ask you, and I just love the honesty. If the answer is no, that's okay. But then that's not really your goal. Yeah, somebody must have told you that, or when you was a kid, they said you should do this because it'll be easy, but it's not really your goal. But if that answer is yes, I can promise you one thing: your life's about to change. And so watch this, guys, because I got to prepare to get us out of here. But I might have to make this a 2-part, because I need to make sure that while we're meeting, we all are chasing goals. And so this is what I love, because this is called reverse engineering. Yeah, type that for me. Reverse engineer. This was a term that I learned about 10 years ago, and it changed my life. Yeah, come on, Anya. I see you, Miss Deborah. I see you. Yeah, this concept changed my life. Reverse engineer. What does that mean? This is where the magic happens. Yeah. This is where you should get excited. This is where you should start screaming. Because what happens is most people don't write their goals, so they can never get to this point. Yeah, watch this. People that write goals but don't hit them, it's because you never break your goals down. And so that's why I get excited about reverse engineering, because reverse engineering simply means start with the end in mind and then work backwards step by step. And so this is how we're going to land the plane, and we'll pick up right here tomorrow. I'll see the time. I want to give you guys a short-term and a long-term example of reverse engineering. And then I'm going to ask you to do some homework and make sure that your goals are reverse engineered, so when we get back on here, we can have a real conversation. Right now, I'm going to try to lose weight, or maybe 5 or 10 pounds. We're looking at our faith, our fitness, our family, our finance, our future, and freedom. All of them we got to have goals for. All of them we got to be intentional for. Because what we can't allow happen is our faith to take off and our finance to stay the same. For our family to take off, but our fitness to stay the same. Yeah, you guys reminded me, how you do anything is how you do. Okay. All right. So watch this, because the goal, right? A short-term goal. right? I'm just going to use this as an example. Some of you guys may have the same goal, but a short-term goal is I want to lose 10 pounds in 60 days. Was anybody said that? Anybody have a goal of weight loss? And so this is what I love. This is why I said I get excited, JB. This is why I get excited, Ash and Ash. This is why I get excited, Miss Beverly. This is why. Because when you have the goal, I want to lose 10 pounds in 60 days, then you can reverse engineer it. Well, 10 pounds in 8 weeks is 1.25 pounds a week. Yeah, and so what can create that? Oh, daily steps of 8 to 10,000 steps a day, 3 to 4 workouts a week, calorie deficit, pre-planned meals. And then I can break it down further. Okay, my grocery list needs to change. I need to meal prep, a weekly weigh-in, and an accountability partner. All of a sudden, it's not a dream, it's a blueprint. Can you see that? Can you see it? So watch this, watch this. Example for a long-term goal. Example for a long-term goal. I don't know. Does anybody in here want to save, let's just say, $12,000 in a year? Yeah, somebody's like, man, that seems like a lot. It's not. I promise you, in the real world, $12,000 isn't a lot. So that's a great goal, right? And so if my goal is to save 12,000 in 1 year, I can then reverse engineer it. This is why making your goals is so important and being honest. Because when I reverse engineer it, I see, whoa, 12,000 divided by 12 is only $1,000 a month. Well, 1,000 divided by 4 is only $250 a week. $250 a week seems way more manageable than that big number of 12,000, right? We're just reverse engineering. And so then we say, what actions produce that? Well, I can automatically transfer money. I can reduce 2 to 3 expenses. I can create a budget. And then guess what we see? I can get some side income. And then all of a sudden, we see that dreams feel big, goals feel overwhelming, but a reverse engineered plan feels doable. And so, guys, as I land this plane, I know I see the time. As I land this plane, I just want to ask you, I just want to make sure I'm not asking you to do anything that you're incapable of. Can you resolve to spend today creating a long-term and a short-term goal and then spend some time reverse engineering it? Yeah, this is important because what happens, if I could be 100% honest with you guys, a lot of people don't spend time creating their goals. And so this is why when you say, oh, what are you trying to do? People say the first thing that jumps into their head. They say the thing they think sounds good. They say what they think people want to hear. But when you actually sit down and think about it, your answer might not even be what people expect. What is it that you're trying to accomplish? What is it that you want to do? And are you willing to become the person that's required to accomplish it? If your answer is yes, then I just need you to do me a favor and just type I am, and then type our theme for the month. Yeah, not the resolve one, the one that starts with the D. I am determined. I am determined. I am determined. I am, Tavon. I said I am. I am determined to figure this thing out, to make my long-term and short-term goals, to reverse engineer them. I got to figure this thing out. My goal is big, but when I reverse engineer it, it makes it small and doable. And that's something all of us can do. And so, Father God, as we end this call, we just say thank you for